Today is Sunday, October 20th, and this is another update on my progress, beating the S&P 500 along with Bill Ackman's Pershing holdings. I do make these videos every Sunday and Tuesday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Since my last update, I increased 9 of my position sizes by 20%, and those were Hasbro, Nvidia, PayPal, Apple, Meta, Spotify, C3 AI, Shopify, and Amazon. I'll go over it when I show the SPY chart, but I do believe the market's about to make another move higher, so I wanted to invest more of my cash in the companies that I thought were going to do the best in my portfolio. We haven't looked at this chart in a while, but this is going to be the VIX chart, which is a great way to show implied volatility in the markets. Essentially, the higher the VIX number, the more nervous the markets are, and when the price goes lower, that shows that the market has more confidence. You can see this giant spike right here. That was towards the end of July into the beginning of August, when the S&P 500 saw over an 8% drop. The way the VIX could have been used in this situation would be trading in this range right here, and then noticing this spike over the course of a few weeks would lead to a sharp increase in the VIX. You definitely don't want to base everything just solely on the VIX chart, because you can see right here when we were trading in this level, we were also trading in that level back here. Both of those situations also had very similar run-ups. But in the first scenario, the VIX price actually went down, showing renewed investor confidence in the markets, versus the second example, which saw the spike. So again, the VIX chart is a very great way to determine the market confidence, and used alongside other indicators can be super beneficial. One of the reasons I do believe the markets are about to make another move higher is all the while the markets have been bouncing off of their all-time highs, the VIX chart has continued to move lower, showing gaining investor confidence in the markets. If it was trading up in this range with the current market levels right now, that would definitely be concerning. But at least for right now, it seems like as the markets move higher, the investor confidence is growing. Ideally, between now and the end of the year, we're going to want the VIX chart to be trading right in this range. That would certainly be a nice setup for a bull run. This is what the SPY chart looks like right now. So on Monday, the SPY price closed right at this trend line, and then Tuesday saw a pullback, but only to the 5-day moving average. And since then, it's continued to climb upwards without retesting the 5-day moving average. So I do believe that the SPY price is on pace to get above this trend line. Tuesday, November 5th is going to be the presidential election, and then Thursday, November 7th is Jerome Powell's Fed speech. Having two events that could swing the markets pretty big within 2 days of each other is definitely going to be a reason to reevaluate the portfolio as those dates get closer. If the SPY price continues to climb higher and it's anywhere in this range, it seems like a pretty good opportunity to me to go ahead and trim some positions, but we'll deal with that as those dates get closer. This is the first page of all my current positions, which is showing 13 out of 14. Right now, my top 5 are General Electric, Amazon, Spotify, Nvidia, and Apple, and those account for 35.36% of my portfolio. One of the positions I decided not to increase by 20% was Google. If the markets move higher to start off next week and Google still hasn't shown any signs of recovery, I'm definitely going to cut that position and reinvest that money into my top 5 positions, which will bring those closer to the 40% that I prefer. Other than that, I plan on keeping everything exactly the same. And this is the second page, which is showing my remaining position. Right now, I have 86.34% of my portfolio invested, which means I have 13.66 sitting in cash. Since Wednesday, the S&P 500 had a gain of 0.83, my portfolio saw a gain of 0.48, and Pershing had a gain of 4.16, which brings us year to date. The S&P 500 has a gain of 23.65, my portfolio is at a gain of 23.45, and Pershing on the year has a gain of 8.05%. That's going to do it for today. I do make these videos every Sunday and Tuesday, so if you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you on Tuesday.